is functional unit of kidney. What is nephron? Nephron is the main functional unit of kidney. In healthy person, about 0.8 to 1.5 million nephrons present in each kidney. In each kidney, about 0.8 to 1.5 million nephron present in each kidney. So now we will discuss about details, structure and functions. Already we know that nephron is the main functional unit of kidney. So all the function performed by nephrons are the functions of kidney. Now we are going to draw the diagram of nephron. How the nephron is. So the starting of the nephron is like this. Is a capsule-like structure, and it will come like this, and this size will decrease, and it will be like this, and it will become somewhat again bigger. Why it will be bigger, we will discuss in details. And it will come to like this. So from this part of the nephron to this part is remain under medulla. So we will discuss in details how the structure of nephron. This is from the starting part. So first of all, we will discuss the parts of nephron. The first part of the nephron is called Bowman's capsule. What? Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. This is the Bowman capsule. Next part, which remain, this part is cortex. So this part under medulla. So this part is called proximal. Because why it is proximal? Starting part. That's why it is called proximal convoluted tubule. This is the proximal convoluted tubule. So second part of the nephron is what? Proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule. Next, this is a U-shaped structure. So this part is called loop of Henle. So this part, which is a thin structure, so and it is downwards. That's why it is called thin descending. Descending means downwards. Thin descending loop of Henle. So this is a descending loop of Henle, and this is ascending. So it is also thin. That's why it is also called thin ascending loop of Henle. And this is also ascending loop, but it is thick, bigger inside. That's why it is called thick ascending loop of Henle. So this part is starting part of tubule, and this is the end part of tubule. And so we know that anatomical term, starting means proximal and ending means distal. So this part is called distal convoluted tubule. And finally, which collect the urine is called collecting duct. So what are the parts of nephron? First is Bowman capsule. Number 2, proximal convoluted tubule. This part, after the thin ascending loop of Henle, and this is thin, and this is thin descending loop of Henle, descending downwards, and thin ascending loop of Henle, and next one is thick ascending loop of Henle, this part, and this is called distal convoluted tubule. And last part is called collecting duct or collecting tubule. So we got the part of nephron is Bowman capsule, one, next proximal convoluted tubule, then thin, its size is diameter is less, that's why it is called thin descending loop of Henle, then is thin ascending loop of Henle. But this part, loop of Henle is bigger in diameter, so it is called thick ascending loop of Henle, and then is distal convoluted tubule, and finally collecting duct. So these are the part of nephron. So we will discuss what nephron perform the function. Here we will write down first the main functions of nephron. Main functions of nephron are filtration, reabsorption, secretion. So there are three main functions: filtration, reabsorption and secretion. Now how these three things will happen in the nephron we will discuss in details. First of all, one arteriole will bring the blood to the capsule. This capsule. So these are the capillaries, and this is called which brings the blood to the Bowman capsule, and this is called efferent, A-F-F-E-R-E-N, efferent arteriole, and this is E-F-F-E-R-E-N-T, efferent arteriole. So, and these are capillaries through which the filtration will take place. So all the filtration take place due to hydrostatic pressure. The difference in the diameter here, efferent arteriole and efferent arteriole, is different. Efferent arteriole is smaller in diameter and efferent arteriole is bigger in diameter, which cause a increased pressure in here, and that's why filtration will take place. About 1/5 of plasma is filtered in Bowman capsules. So we understood how the filtration will take place due to the pressure difference of hydrostatic pressure difference. Hydrostatic pressure difference between efferent arterioles and efferent arterioles, and due to this about 1/5 of the plasma are filtered in Bowman capsules. Daily about 180 liter of blood are filtered. 180 liter of the blood are filtered by Bowman capsules. So after filtering here, that is called filtration. First function of nephron, filtration, all are filtered. Next, after filtration, this part, proximal convoluted tubule, will reabsorb from this filtered they will reabsorb. What things will reabsorb? The most important things: glucose, amino acid, protein, vitamins, which are dissolved in plasma after filtered. They will important all things will vitamins, then some chloride, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, bicarbonate. These things are reabsorbed. So next function is reabsorption of the nephron. So nephron reabsorption, which will again come to our blood. All the part what are glucose, amino acid, protein, vitamins, chloride, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, most of these things are reabsorbed in proximal convoluted tubule. Another term which is called secretion, which proximal convoluted tubules will secrete this way. They will secrete from the blood to the proximal convoluted tubule. In this secretion, mainly urea, uric acid, creatinine. Urea, uric acid and creatinine, which are secreted to the proximal convoluted tubules. So these two functions will reabsorption of glucose, most of the organic compounds and sodium, chloride, potassium are reabsorbed, and secreted urea, uric acid and creatinine are secreted. Next, this filtered will come to the descending loop of Henle. In the descending loop, first part is thin descending loop which entered inside the medulla. Then it is called reabsorption. Reabsorption mainly of water will take place. In thin descending loop, the reabsorption of water will take place. Then thin ascending loop, before that secretion of urea. Urea is secreted in thin ascending loop. After that, which will go to the thin ascending loop of Henle. Reabsorption. No, reabsorption. What thing will reabsorb here? Here reabsorption of sodium and chloride, Cl minus. So sodium and chloride will reabsorb in thin ascending loop of Henle. And again now it will move to the thick ascending loop. In thick ascending loop also reabsorption will take place, which is sodium, potassium and chloride. So these three things will reabsorb in thick ascending loop, thick, bigger. And after then the urine filtrate will move to the distal convoluted tubule, and in the distal convoluted tubule sodium, bicarbonate, water are reabsorbed. Sodium, bicarbonate and water are reabsorbed. So the next reabsorption function, sodium, bicarbonate, water. And in that distal convoluted tubule, and in between collecting duct, H plus ion, potassium ions are secreted. H plus ion, potassium ions are secreted. So which will be secreted there, and after then finally the urine will come to the collecting duct, and finally in collecting duct water is reabsorbed. So we discuss all the function: filtration, reabsorption and secretion. Three functions of nephrons, and where these functions will take place in details we discuss. So we are again revising it. Through the efferent arterioles, blood are entered to the Bowman capsule where the glomerular filtration takes place. About 1/5 of the plasma are filtered each time due to the hydrostatic pressure difference between efferent arteriole and efferent arterioles. After that filtrate, they will move to the proximal convoluted tubule of nephron. There most of the organic compound and some ions are reabsorbed. In the same place, urea, uric acid, creatinine are secreted. After that, they will move through the thin ascending loop of Henle where water is reabsorbed and the filtrate will become more concentrated, and that concentrated filtrate urea is secreted in the thin ascending loop of Henle. And in ascending loop of Henle, the reabsorption of sodium and chloride will take place starting part. After then, reabsorption of sodium, potassium and chloride in thick ascending loop of Henle, they will take place. Finally, they will move to the distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule, sodium, bicarbonate and water are reabsorbed. After then, it will secreted in that distal convoluted H plus ion and potassium to maintain the pH of the blood, and then they will secrete it, and finally they move to the collecting duct, and in the collecting duct last minimum water is reabsorbed, and finally overall 1% of total filtrate will excreted as urine.